So, I saw process, and so therefore what did I understand in that moment? That each one of us are process. And that, as have been said in interviews as well, that this world is being created through sex, is what it currently is, through relationships. And there's, if you have a look at the orb, the white orb, is the human beings that were first in relationship on these beds, having sex, penetration in all different positions. They were in that relationship, creating the world as it is through sex. And when the human beings transformed into these white orbs, what were they actually becoming? One and equal, but expressing themselves individually, together, but as one and equal. And that's the becoming of each in the world. So the problem of the world is sex and relationship. Oh, and I had my share of experiences of those as well. So, in terms of me seeing and understanding and interpreting and being able to explain everything that I'd seen inside human beings, especially those around me, even communicating interdimensionally. Oh, and that moment was also the moment where I started communicating interdimensionally, when I saw the process and God as I experienced it at that moment and understood it. And I started seeing demons from a different perspective. I even started seeing demons in human beings. Wow, I saw them a lot. It was quite like, I remember sometimes, the people that come to your car and ask for money, occasionally there were many demons inside them, sometimes 3, 4, and I just take them all out. So as I go and I see demons inside people, I just take them out. And when I saw, when I see the dark spots or colors on human beings or dimensional beings, I'd immediately assist them and tell them, what those dark spots are, explain to them where they come from, so that they're also able to understand what it is they're doing to themselves and what are creating those dark spots. And their essence and being is the white expression, like a white light expression, but wasn't a white light. And this lasted for a week, only 1 week. Because after a week, that's when I fell, as I've said before. Now this falling happened because, as I've explained, people around me started becoming jealous and angry and, resentful. How dare this 19-year-old girl tell me, all this stuff about me? I refuse this. So, of course, I had no one liking me at all, because everyone got angry because I basically spoke just the truth, directly. This is what it is. This is what you're doing to yourself. And of course, no people like hearing the truth, do they? The honest, direct truth. Nope. They get angry. I know that as well. So, I fell. Now, where would a person go that falls in search for themselves again? Because when I fell, I started becoming again, I didn't love myself. I didn't appreciate myself. I got angry at myself. Everything that I had experienced as myself, self-acceptance, self-love, self-honesty, directness, openness, vulnerability, everything just went gone. And where did I go and look for all of that? In a relationship. So I had one relationship. No, wait, how many? Like 2, 3 since that time. Trying to find myself again, trying to feel loved, trying to feel accepted. But all of them fell, went right back slap into my face. The whole experience where the one guy, which is so handsome and etc., come and you just go, oh my God, yes, I'm going to have him type thing. And then you go for him, and then you go obviously get him, and you have an experience, but for a short while, and then you fall. So, and this was also my first time, of course, that I experienced sex. When I was 18 was the first time. No, 19, sorry. 19 years old. It's the first time. And it's fascinating because most of the guys I've been with, I experienced like them abusing me. Instead of realizing that I was responsible for myself, my own self-abuse, because I was abusing myself and believing that I'm going to find this self-love and self-acceptance, that I'm going to find me again that I'd lost because I'd fallen in a relationship. And so my endeavor was in finding relationships. So there was the last relationship that I was in, the one that I had to the one that I gave up, the one that I made a choice to give up, to stand up as all as one, which then opened up the key to the ability to be able to get out of my body completely. It was interesting, because in terms of society relationship, that would have been, what do you call, perfect match bullshit, And then one day, when was it? We were also again together, had this whole gathering together. Now, him and I were together for about a year or so, I think, maybe less. And one evening, we were sitting together, and I said to Bernard, what did I say? What do I have to do? What do I have to do to, get this world sorted out, or to get heaven as earth here? And he said, you have to give up and let go of everything you value, of everything you have worth of, to give up and let go of everything. Nothing must remain but you. And you have to make that choice. It's a choice you have to make. And so I said to him, I'll do it. I'll do anything. Just tell me what to do. I will do anything. And after we had had that conversation, I can't remember the exact words, but that's about along the lines it went. I said, literally, I'll do anything. Just tell me what to do. And he said, make that choice. You have to make a choice. What are you willing to give up and let go to stand up for all as one? And then Eagle put his hands on my back one evening, and we were sitting in front of the fireplace, and he put his hands on my back, and he just said, let go. And I relaxed my body, and I just relaxed my body like completely. I fell. I let go of everything, because it felt like for me in that moment, like I was trying to hold on to my world so much, trying to control everything, trying to keep everything together, and I was so tired. I was just tired. It felt like I really wanted to die. Maybe I did, in terms of that letting go, it was me just dying, because I was tired. And as I just let go, it felt like, I know God doesn't exist, but it felt like being in God's hands. The grace of God in me, as me, in His hands, just experiencing that. Just for a moment, it became me, as the entirety of me, as the experience of the grace of God. My body disappeared, the room disappeared, everything disappeared. All that I experienced was literally being held in and as God's hands. And Bernard Eagle lifted me up and he said, how was that experience? And I shared with him. It was literally being in God's hands, with God as God in totality. And so I turned around, and I was lying in front of the fireplace, and I kind of looked inside my stomach. And I said to Eagle, I said to him, there's a demon in my solar plexus. And he said, okay, bring the demon through. Now, to me, I was like, he said to me, bring the demon through. So